You sprinkle it on pizza, pasta, and garlic bread. But have you ever wondered how oregano goes from plant to plate? Let's uncover. Origin of oregano. Oregano's story begins in ancient Greece, where it was said to be a gift from Aphrodite, symbolizing joy and love. The Greeks and Romans used it in cooking, medicine, and even to preserve meats and wines. For centuries, oregano remained a Mediterranean secret, until World War II changed everything. American soldiers stationed in Italy fell in love with its bold, earthy flavor, especially on pizza. When they returned home, their newfound craving for the pizza herb sparked a surge in demand, making oregano a household staple worldwide. But long before it reaches your spice rack, oregano goes through a careful process to develop the flavor and aroma we know and love. Step 1. Plant selection and soil preparation. Every oregano adventure begins with choosing the best variety to suit both local conditions and culinary demands. Greek oregano, Oreganum vulgare subspecies hirtum, packs a bracing, almost spicy punch, while Turkish oregano, Oreganum onites, offers a milder bite that many find more versatile. In contrast, Mexican oregano, Lipia graveolens, brings a bright, citrusy edge that pairs exceptionally well with tomato-based dishes or hearty stews. Beyond flavor, growers must also consider disease resistance, yield potential, and how well each variety responds to local temperatures. After picking a variety, the next critical factor is soil. Oregano thrives in well-draining ground with a pH typically between 6 and 9. Too much clay, and roots can suffocate. Too much acidity, and the herb's flavor compounds may not fully develop. Many farms start by blending compost or aged manure into the soil to improve both fertility and structure. By doing so, they strike a balance, enough nutrients to fuel robust growth without oversaturating the plant. In fact, a little stress can boost the production of essential oils, like thiamol and carvacrol, which are responsible for oregano's characteristic peppery, minty bouquet. This is why certain growers initially moderate irrigation. A mildly arid environment can lead to a more flavorful harvest. If you're enjoying this behind-the-scenes look at how oregano is delivered to your kitchen from plants, don't forget to like and subscribe to Products Uncovered. Additionally, location is crucial. Oregano thrives in bright sunlight. 6 to 8 hours a day is ideal, so farmers often search for fields with clear exposures, minimal shading, and gentle slopes for proper drainage. Some large-scale producers even use satellite imagery and soil surveys to identify the most suitable plots. Once the land is chosen and prepared, they're ready for planting. Step 2. Cultivation and growth. When soil conditions set, seeds or cuttings make their way into the ground. Oregano seeds are quite small, so growers usually broadcast them lightly on the surface, or opt for nursery-grown seedlings to ensure even distribution. Proper spacing is essential. Crowded plants compete for resources, leading to stunted growth and poorer oil concentration. Drip irrigation systems are frequently used to provide consistent, moderate watering, avoiding soggy conditions that could invite fungal diseases or root rot. Farmers also need to keep weeds in check. In its early stages, oregano's tender shoots can be overshadowed by more aggressive plants. Manual weeding or shallow tilling is often enough for smaller fields, while larger farms may rely on mechanical cultivation. If we talk about keeping oregano safe from pests, the pest management strategies vary. Despite oregano's natural deterrent effects on many insects, certain pests like spider mites can still pose a threat. Pests are not always harmful. Some growers introduce beneficial insects like ladybugs to nibble away at unwanted invaders, preserving oregano's pungent aroma without resorting to chemical treatments. Others might apply organic insecticidal soaps or very targeted pesticides if infestations spiral out of control. Throughout the growth phase, farmers closely monitor plant health, ensuring leaves remain vibrant, upright, and fragrant. Signs of strong essential oil content. If nutritional issues arise, like yellowing or slow growth, soil tests quickly identify what's missing. A careful balance is crucial, as too much fertilizer can reduce oil concentration. Slow, steady growth ensures maximum flavor at harvest. Step 3. harvesting. Oregano's flavor peaks just before it flowers. This moment arrives when the plants have amassed ample oils in their leaves, ensuring the pungent, slightly minty taste that chefs and home cooks adore. Many farmers look for tiny buds at the leaf joints, or measure oil content in a lab for pinpoint accuracy. Early morning harvests are common, since lower temperatures protect those volatile compounds from evaporating under harsh midday sun. Harvesting oregano can be as simple as carefully cutting stems by hand, especially on smaller farms. Workers typically use sharp shears to trim just above the woody base, allowing the plant to regrow and sometimes provide multiple harvests per season. On larger farms, machines do the job, quickly trimming rows of oregano to keep up with demand. Once cut, the oregano is bundled or placed in crates and then transported to processing areas. Minimizing exposure to direct sunlight and excessive heat is crucial in preserving oil levels. Some growers set up chilled storage or covered wagons to shuttle the harvest. By moving quickly to the next stage, they protect the leaves from wilting and oxidation, both of which can diminish oregano's distinct aroma. Step 4. Drying and processing. This is where fresh oregano transforms into the flavorful dried herb you know and love. Traditionally, farmers hang bundles of oregano in barns, allowing them to air dry gently for several days. If you're imagining a rustic Italian farmhouse filled with fragrant hanging herbs, well, you're exactly right. And yes, it smells amazing. Today, many utilize modern drying facilities or dehydrators, carefully controlling temperatures between 95 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit to safeguard flavor and prevent mold. However, some older generations and communities, like the Amish, still adhere to traditional methods of drying oregano. After drying, the crisp leaves are separated from their woody stems, either by hand on small farms or using gentle machines in larger operations. Workers carefully check the leaves, removing any that look discolored or overly brittle. Some farms even use special scanning technology to make sure every leaf is up to standard. But before oregano hits store shelves, it must still pass one final quality test. Step 5. Quality testing and sorting. After drying, samples are sent to laboratories, where experts closely examine the essential oil content, particularly looking for thymol and carvacrol, the compounds that give oregano its signature aroma and taste. If these levels aren't high enough, the oregano might be sold at a lower price or used in spice blends where the flavor isn't front and center. Unfortunately, oregano is often targeted by dishonest suppliers who mix in cheaper leaves or fillers to stretch their product and increase profits. To fight this issue, advanced testing methods like spectroscopic analysis are used to detect oregano's unique chemical fingerprint. Any batch that fails this authenticity test gets rejected or marked as lower quality. High-quality oregano stands out with a bold fragrance, bright color, and very few stem pieces. Anything that doesn't cut typically ends up in spice blends, sauces, or processed foods where oregano isn't the main star. This careful sorting ensures that the oregano you sprinkle on your dishes always delivers that perfect burst of flavor you're looking for. Step 6. Packaging and distribution. Finally, the oregano is ready for packaging. This last step is as vital as any other. Exposure to oxygen, light, and moisture can erode all those carefully preserved essential oils. As such, many producers seal oregano in foil-lined pouches, tinted glass jars, or vacuum-sealed bags. Some even include small packets of desiccants to absorb residual moisture and prolong shelf life. From there, the packaged oregano travels to distribution centers, grocery chains, and specialty retailers worldwide. Temperature-controlled shipping is often employed to ensure stability during transit, especially in hotter climates. When you see that neatly labeled oregano jar on a supermarket shelf, you're witnessing the culmination of months of meticulous farming and processing. At home, storing it in a cool, dark pantry helps maintain flavor. That's why many chefs advise buying smaller quantities more frequently, so you'll always have the freshest, punchiest oregano possible. And that's the remarkable story of how oregano journeys from ancient soils to your contemporary spice rack. Whether you're sprinkling it over freshly baked focaccia or stirring it into a simmering tomato sauce, you can appreciate the layers of tradition, innovation, and craft behind every pinch. Now it's your turn. What's your favorite way to use oregano? Let us know your best recipes or cooking tips in the comments below. And if you enjoyed exploring the story behind this amazing herb, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon. And stay tuned as we uncover more delicious secrets from your kitchen. Until next time,